What is going on, Cuffaros? Welcome back to another video. Now, a lot of filming went into this video. This is 7, maybe almost 8 days worth of filming that you're about to see. You saw the title and thumbnail, but watch the footage all the way through and it'll hopefully make sense. I just want to say thank you all so much for always coming back and watching the videos. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers over the last month. So to all you new ones, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining the family. And to all you that have been here forever, you're the reason why I have any of this. Thank you. And yeah, try to enjoy this as much as you can. I wish I had the net, dude. Thumpers has like a rash on his back from being out of the water. His belly is full of air. It happens when you catch fish from deep down in the ocean. You bring them up to the surface, you'll see they float. A lot of times people don't notice that and they don't pop the air bladder and they float to the surface, or they never get to go back down. A shark will come up and eat them if you're fishing offshore. You can see as he's trying to swim, his tail keeps coming out. You can see his back's like white, and that's from being out of the water. Totally has the ability to heal, 100%. As a matter of fact, it will heal. It's just super dried out because his back's always out of the water. We are gonna wet a towel because it won't take the slime coat off, and we'll keep him in the water right there. Not looking forward to it, but I got to. It's time for some fish surgery. All right, Taylor, you wanna hold this? Ow! Look how big this thing is, ready? Woo! All its fins are still there.
It's summer.
It's literally just like, the scales are just like, usually it's an air bladder. Like I said, we used to fish all the time. It happens to fish all the time. If they're in a new environment, new pond, even from coming from deep in the ocean, they go to the top, their belly just fills up with air. I don't know. I'm gonna make a couple phone calls. It might not be done today, but this has got to be solved, or else it's probably not gonna live much longer. See if we can have someone out here ASAP. I know Zach, Catch 'em All, has had this exact same issue, so maybe I'll give him a phone call and see if he can make it.
He's just running straight into the wall?
No, he does. He's totally like functioning. But look, he's like, see how you can't, the back end of his body will not go down. But totally functioning.
He's super burnt on the top. Be pretty close to permanently damaged if we don't figure something out like quickly.
I mean, look at it. It's been out of the water for a couple days now. I've been trying to figure out what I can do, but...
And he's been doing great with these Oscars?
Oh, yeah.
Like, he doesn't eat them?
Nope. No interest.
Really?
The only thing he wants to eat is shiners.
Oh, this is a Shiner Sam bass. That's why it's a Shiner Sam bass.
Exactly. I hope everything goes good. I mean, look how beautiful and big that fish is, dude.
Alright. Well...
What do you think?
At least he's a really small bass.
Thanks, man. You've done this with bass before, right?
I've
You've
had
done
one
this with
bass.
carp?
I've had one bass that was like that, but what I think what it actually needs is deeper water. My diagnosis right now is that she has eggs and she has nowhere to lay them because she's in the shallower water, and she was in that pond with Shiner Sam's, which was probably not too deep. But
I think he said it was like 6 feet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but right now she has no shell. You know, and that happened to one fish that had the same blue background. You know, it's so weird. I've had one fish have his back out of the water like this, and it was the last fish. I ended up releasing it where I caught her.
So what do you think the best option is?
I think
to release her?
That's the best option, to put her back. But
well, I don't want it to die. So.
Exactly. But what I think what we might be able to do is, if it has something inside her that's not digesting, that could also make her sit like this. Because I also had a bass that had this issue for a short amount of time, and I just fed her tons of garlic. Yeah. And, you know, she did better, and she was fine for months. So
I just feel like we're kind of deeply into it now. Yeah. That if I don't do something about it,
yeah, for sure,
it's not gonna be good.
We'll give it a shot, you know, and then if she's not looking better in 2 weeks, if she's still doing all this, or even before then, if she's like on the rocks, what we can do is just you're gonna have to take her back to Shiner Sam's, wherever he is. Yeah. Damn, dude, that's so annoying.
Right? And the other bass I have in here is right here.
Yeah. That's a little male.
Yeah, he's a lunatic.
Yeah.
Like, he's crazy, eats anything. I fed him like 4 lizards yesterday.
The thing is, we don't know what's happening to this fish at night. So that male could be harassing her. She has no red spots. Both her fins are fine. Yeah. Her tail is completely fine. You know, it doesn't have any red. What we're gonna do, let's take her out and let's really have a good look at her, see if there's any damage that we can physically see, and then we're gonna feed her that garlic and see if we can cleanse her system from parasites or whatever's happening.
Okay. All right, sounds good. All right, I've got a little tiny kiddie pool here that we're gonna put down to kind of work with the fish on the ground.
Yep.
He's got the net, a syringe, and garlic.
Yeah.
So what's the plan here? Because I'm confused.
First of all, I want to see how long that bass is, because you're talking a lot of smack, okay?
All right,
you're saying your bass is this big, that big. We're gonna measure it.
All right.
Because it looks pretty close to the length of mine, but I don't know. I don't know. My thing's head looks like he has a big mouth. I know, you know, I don't know. But anyway, the garlic, no matter what, it's a natural cleanse for it,
yeah,
for parasites and other things. So if that bass has like a parasite in there, could have a tapeworm, could have anything blocking that bass from passing on, you know, like poop or whatever. So we're gonna use this instead of using some crazy chemicals and really giving that thing a chemical wash.
And you've used this technique before?
I've used it before many times, and it's done the trick many times. But that bass could also have a Cinco. We don't know what that bass was eating at Shiner Sam's aside from Shiners, you know. And those Shiners, a lot of times, you know, they have ick.
Yeah.
So this is a good ick cleanse too.
And that's another thought in my head. I said, although Shiner Sam's pond is beautiful and yada yada yada, it's amazing. The bass are healthy as can be. There's a lot of things that could have came with getting this bass. It could have been bred with, because there was so many bass in there. These males could have literally bred with this female, and she's got eggs, and she doesn't have a place, like you mentioned, to drop it because it's not deep enough water.
I think honestly,
so many different things could have came into play here. And I think we're just stuck in a predicament where we don't know what to do because so many different things could be done.
But no matter what, where's that syringe? Did I take it? This will not hurt the fish. So if we put just a little bit, we're only gonna put like an ounce in there. If we put that inside this fish, you know, it's not gonna hurt the fish one way or another. And getting that fish out handily or gently, I think the issue is that she has to lay eggs, and she has them in there. She's trying to dissolve the eggs inside her because she has nowhere to lay them. And I think this male bass that you have in there is actually harassing her. Let's step over there. There was only one way to find out. We gotta check her fins, see how she's doing. If she's red on her fins, we'll know for a fact
that's breeding,
that it's trying to breed. But there's a lot of different things. Having its back out of the water has got to be a bladder issue, and a bladder issue could mean a lot of different things within fish. Look at that.
It's crazy because the fish is not like it's not healthy, you know? Like it's swimming away, it's avoiding us, which is what fish do. They don't want to be touched by humans. At least a lot of them don't. These Oscars might. But like, you get my point. It's not like, it's just really weird because it happened out of nowhere. The fish was fine. It was eating, you know, the Shiner video, he ate Shiners. It was doing fine. And all of a sudden, boom, it just like roasts the surface and it keeps its back in the water.
It's just so weird.
It's very weird.
Yeah, I had a bass like it, except it didn't have the back quite as high out of the water.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly bigger than it looks.
It's a lot bigger. I mean,
oh, Paul, he's a fishy. We're gonna save you. No, no.
Hey, bro.
Hopefully we can fix this bass, Paul. We're gonna try our best. We're gonna try our best, buddy. Give him some spoons.
Let's see what we can do. The pond is filled up, good to go. Time to get the bass out of the pond and into here. But before we do that, Zach has got our syringe and garlic.
Okay, what we're gonna do here is we're trying to get rid of anything that's inside this largemouth bass that's like a parasite. And I think that's our best bet without having to release her. So, we're gonna do, nothing more to see here. I'm just gonna pour this garlic in here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not much, not much. So we can probably put 4 ounces into her. So we might do a double dosed. But we're gonna start off with this amount, okay?
All right.
So we have her out. Now, all I need to do is grab a little bit of water. And just like that. Put the cap on before the Oscars start eating it.
Yeah, literally.
Okay. Now come on over here. Okay. Alright, that's good.
And
just right there. Now give it a little shake. That is all mixed up, and that'll easily be injected into our fish. Boom, just like that. And that's
good
how
to go.
easy it is.
That's it.
So what I used to use is a turkey baster, but that was really annoying. Once I had something like this, I was like, dude, please and thank you. And fish this size, you know, it's the perfect size for pretty much any fish because it has such a small little tip to it. And
let's get to work, baby.
Let's get to work, baby. We're gonna try to net this fish.
Joey.
Hey. Oh. All right.
Kind of like alert.
Dude, she's completely alert. It's just she cannot fight that bladder.
I can't wait to see your reaction of it out of the water.
Okay.
It's a big fish.
Here she goes. Ready? Coming in.
As slow and as stressless as possible.
That is a fat mongoloid, dude. That is a fatty, dude. Okay, so let's just measure her really quick. Can you tell this kid fishes? All right. Tail's pinched. That thing almost 22. I'll give it 22.
All day.
Stretch out her tail. No.
22? What is it? 22 and a half?
I'll give it 22 and 3/4
There
if
you
you
go.
stretch it out and you open her mouth and you turn her sideways. But it's looking like she's super fat. She looks really healthy.
Yeah.
I didn't bring my scale. I messed up. But this is a pretty big largemouth bass. I'm not gonna say the bass that I caught was 24 with the mouth closed. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna go crazy.
It's a Shiner sand
I'm not
bass.
gonna make waves.
A Shiner sand bass are fat.
I'm not gonna make waves. I know I was told that this is a 10-pound, 28-inch bass.
No, I never said length.
I know that was what happened.
I never said length.
I know he said this was a 20-pound, 30-inch bass. No, I'm playing with you. That is the fattest little of all time. Okay, but look how alert she is.
I know, that's
You
what
know?
I'm saying. It's so weird.
Ready, camera? You guys ready at home?
Camera 1,
Ready?
camera
one?
2.
Ready. Paul Cuffaro, catch 'em all. This bass is super active. She's a lot more active than I thought when I looked at her. You can see her back. Zoom into that.
I know, it's gnarly.
So let's see if her fins.
They come up.
Do they come up?
Yeah, look.
Try to get them up for me. Sweet. So her fins do come up. Fins are still pretty good. Ah.
It's like sunburnt.
That's exactly what it is. It's actually
Yeah.
some bump. All the way in there. Okay.
Boom.
Water now. Boom. Just pushing it down.
Boom.
And now I'm gonna give her another shot. You can see there's some garlic on the bottom of this pool. I'm gonna give her another shot of that.
I really do feel like all those males in Sam's pond.
You can see, dude, she has to have eggs, bro.
I know.
The thing is, it's not like a carp. With a carp, you could literally physically put your finger. It's nothing that you did. You did not do anything wrong, Paul, okay? It's hard to keep a bass alive. Even though, look, my fish had the same lake water that I caught it in.
Yeah.
You have an isolated system, and all these fish are perfectly fine. This is not your fault. This fish is perfectly fine. It's just that maybe when we got her, when you got her from Shiner Sam, is that it might have already had eggs and she was just planning to let them go.
Yeah.
And because she is a big fish, you see how big this fish is. This is a 22-inch, just
Giant.
just absolute giant. So,
Jeez, man.
wow. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put her back, see how she does, and you're just gonna hope for the best. Look at that back, dude. Look at that sunburned back. It's so weird.
Fish
It's so
is so
weird how
big.
they do that.
Alright.
All right. What a beautiful fish. Now she's still gonna have her back out of the water before she starts passing, so it's not like it's gonna be an instant cure. Don't know. That'd be cool if it was an instant cure, but unfortunately, what that did is all that's gonna do is help her pass. Try to
Did all we can, man.
You do what you can. Hey, if this bass does not survive, we can come to my backyard. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't told you guys this on my channel. We caught that big fish right in my backyard. Back to back, 5-pounder and a 9-pounder.
Oh, so you got big fish back there.
Oh yeah, we got big fish.
So weird.
It's such a beautiful big fish, dude. This kid loves fishing. I know he doesn't post much fishing on his channel anymore. Every once in a while he has to like dribble a little bit, but this kid loves fishing, man. We met out on the pier.
On the Juneau Pier.
We're still baby boys.
Back in the day.
And then he was always in social media, always on Instagram. So was I. But then started getting to YouTube. He hit me up. He's like, "Let's go build some ponds.
Let's
and
go
here we
catch
are."
them all. Who do you think created your name?
Oh yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. He called me up. He was like, "You should make your name Catch 'em All Fishing." I was like, "Yeah, buddy." Beautiful. What you did here. This is so cool.
Right?
This is so cool, bro. This is bad to the bone, bro. I love it.
Great.
That is a giant.
Well, plenty of aeration, plenty of circulation. Water's clear.
Parameters are perfect.
It's Can't be in any better place other than a lake, which will be the last plan we have.
Even in a lake though, like
yeah,
I said.
even in a lake, the flow is not nearly as like this.
No.
The water quality, garbage.
Yeah.
There's a lake's not
Parasites
even
everywhere.
Exactly. This is way better than anywhere it could possibly be.
You could have just got just enough stress that it somehow messed with her eggs, and now she just has nowhere to lay them because they're stuck in there. She's trying to digest them. So just having her in here, she's still very, very coherent. Fish heal very, very well, very quickly. She still only has her back out of the water. She can still see, and she's still eating, right?
Yep.
So as long as she's still eating, we're still okay. Luckily, we have this garlic. We know this trick. It's worked for me before. Hopefully, the garlic passed through her system and helps her get rid of whatever's inside there. Hopefully, there's no tapeworm, stuff like that. But we're just gonna just sit and wait right now. It's the only thing you can do, buddy. Only thing you can do.
See you in a little bit. Yeah, man. It is 3 days later after consistently watching this fish on the surface. I was gonna like catch them all myself mentioned. Oh, there's a bungee on that. Give it a week until I released her into, you know, a canal or brought her back to the Sam's or whatever the end circumstance was. Plan B was to release this fish, and last night she did not make it. I woke up to a nasty smelling fish that I need to get out of here because now this can cause other fish to die, because once a fish dies in an aquarium, the ammonia will spike and everything else could die. Now we have our baby bass in here. The male is right down there. As you know, the bigger bass are females. This is our male, and that's the new Thump. We're gonna have to grow this one out all the way from when it was a baby. It's already pretty big, and this will be our new Thump, unless we catch another one here in the next couple of weeks. But I really would rather just keep what I got in this aquarium and not bring any more big bass into it. Keep in mind, once they die, they do expand, so it's a lot fatter now. Oh gosh, Cuffaros, man. The first Thump jumped out years ago. The second Thump kept for years. We had it for like four years. That was the almighty Thump, where everyone knows the name Thump from. We attempted on getting a third Thump, which is this Thump right here, and I'm gonna have to contact Sam and let him know that the bass unfortunately did not make it due to who knows what reason. We have no idea. It was just consistently floating. Y'all saw the entire time we were trying to help this fish out. This is a week's worth of labor, like a week's worth of consistently working on this fish, and we could not save it. Unfortunately, things happen like this in the hobby. No one's perfect. You can go and dislike the video, comment that you're the best fish keeper in the world, or Paul doesn't know what he's doing. It doesn't affect me. In fact, it's just more engagement for me, so go for it. What I will say is everyone that's been in this hobby has fish die. It's a fact. It happens, and unfortunately, in this case, we did everything we possibly could to save it, and we couldn't. So, RIP Thump. We have mini Thump in the pond, but RIP the big 12-pound largemouth bass that we've had for, I think, close to a month now. It sucks. It really does. It sucks. Oh, look at that fish, dude. So sad, bro. It really is. You can see where its back was out of the water. See the color change? Crazy. Crazy big fish, man. My whole fist could fit in that thing's mouth. We definitely knew we were taking a risk getting a fish this big from Shiner Sam's. Smaller fish would have had a much higher chance of living. When you get a fish this big, and you especially want to transport it through the stress and everything, stuff like this could possibly happen. Always a chance of it happening regardless of the size, but this thing smells, man. We need to get it buried, and Cuffaros, we tried, and that's all we could do, you know? We did the best we possibly could do. And I would like open its stomach and see like if there's anything in it, but like I just feel like that's disrespectful. Like honestly, this fish is like, I respect this fish. I honestly do. An absolute trophy of a fish, beautiful fish, and unfortunately it had to go like this. But let's go bury him. Hashtag RIP Thump in the comments. nasty. I wish I had like a little tombstone to make for him. Thank you all so much for watching up to this point of this video. Unfortunately, it's a video. Definitely not a video I wanted to make, that's for sure. We attempted, we tried all we possibly could. Plan B was right around the corner, and it would have happened in the wild. Regardless, this would have happened if we were to release the fish. Just sucks. The outcome was not what we wanted. To say the least, it's been a crazy week, and I thank all you Cuffaros for watching. On that note, be ready for the next video, because we're bringing the energy right back up. Right back up, let me tell you. I got a banger idea and a banger video coming your way. Make sure to show your support. Smash that like button for Thump. I'm gonna hit the like button myself, that's for sure. And see you next one. Peace out.